Yo, what is up? So in this one, we're gonna do some more George Carlin. This one's on airlines and flying. So, fun little fact, I've actually never flown on a plane, so let's see what the hell he has to say about it. Loud as hell.
Something else we have in common, flying on the airlines and listening to the airlines announcements.
Some people. I haven't.
And trying to pretend to ourselves that the language they're using is really English. Doesn't seem like it to me. Whole thing starts when you get to the gate.
Is it a bunch of corpo speak?
We would like to begin the boarding process. Extra word, process. Not necessary. Boarding is enough. We'd like to begin the boarding. Simple, tells the story.
True.
People add extra words when they want things to sound more important than they really are.
Yeah, or big words.
Sounds important. It isn't. It's just a bunch of people getting on an airplane. People like to sound important. Weathermen on television talk about shower activity. Sounds more important than showers. I even heard one guy on CNN talk about a rain event.
A rain event?
So, I was expecting a rain event. I thought, holy shit, I hope I can get tickets to that. Emergency situation. News people like to say, police have responded to an emergency situation. No, they haven't. They've responded to an emergency. We know it's a situation.
They just add these dumbass extra words.
Situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, as part of this boarding process, they say, we would like to pre-board.
Pre-board?
What exactly is that, anyway?
Does that stand in line?
What's it mean to pre-board? You get on before you get on?
I think it means stand in line.
That's another complaint of mine. Too much use of this prefix pre. It's all over the language now. Pre this, pre that. Place the turkey in a preheated oven. It's ridiculous. There are only two states an oven can possibly exist in, heated or unheated. Preheated is a meaningless fucking term.
Yeah,
it's like pre-recorded.
Kind
This
of.
program was pre-recorded. Well, of course it was pre-recorded. When else are you going to record it? Afterwards?
I mean, it could be live.
The whole purpose of recording to do it beforehand. Otherwise, it doesn't really work, does it? Pre-existing, pre-planning, pre-screening. You know what I tell these people? Pre-suck my genital situation.
Hell yeah. Get him.
And they seem to understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, as part of this pre-boarding, they say, we would like to pre-board those passengers traveling with small children. Well, what about those passengers traveling with large children? Suppose you have a 2-year-old with a pituitary disorder.
Or big fat-ass kids.
Or a 6-foot infant with an oversized head.
Ugh.
Kind of kid you see in the National Enquirer all the time. Actually, with a kid like that, I think you're better off checking him right in with your luggage at the curb, don't you? Well, they like it under there. It's dark. They're used to that.
Just keep them under the stairs.
Telling you to get on the plane. Get on the plane. Get on the plane. I say, fuck you. I'm getting in the plane.
True. Get on the plane. Be like on the outside of it.
Let Evel Knievel get on the plane. I'll be in here with you folks in uniform. There seems to be less wind in here.
Dude's a smart ass, dude.
They might tell you you're on a non-stop flight.
I'd hope it didn't
I don't
stop.
think I care for that. No, I insist that my flights stop. Preferably at an airport. It's those sudden unscheduled cornfield and housing development stops that seem to interrupt the flow of my day.
Cornfield stops.
Here's one.
Let's stop at a mountain.
Near miss. When two planes almost collide, they call it a near miss. It's a near hit. A collision is a near miss.
Yeah, I think if they don't hit, they missed, right?
They nearly missed.
Yeah, we do say a lot of dumbass shit, huh?
Not quite. They might tell you your flight has been delayed because of a change of equipment. Broken plane.
Oh, fuck that.
Telling me to put my seat back forward. Well, I don't bend that way. If I could put my seat back forward, I'd be in porno movies.
Or
Then they mentioned
under some other
luggage.
circumstances.
First time I heard carry-on, I thought they were going to bring a dead deer on board.
Oh,
I thought, what the hell
what?
is that? Don't they have the little TV dinners anymore? But I thought, carry on, there's going to be a party. People are going to be carrying on the plane. Well, I don't care for that. I like a serious attitude on the plane, especially on the flight deck, which is the latest euphemism for cockpit. Can't imagine why they wouldn't want to use a lovely word like cockpit, can you? Especially with all those stewardesses going in and out of it all the time. There's a word that's changed, stewardess. First it was hostess, then stewardess, now it's flight attendant. You know what I call them? The lady on the plane.
It is straightforward.
Now, that's good, equality. I'm all in favor of that. Sometimes they actually refer to these people as uniformed crew members.
Oh, God.
Uniformed. As opposed to that guy sitting next to you in the Grateful Dead t-shirt and the fuck you hat.
Grateful Dead t-shirt.
Who's working on his 9th little bottle of Kahlua, I might add.
He's just getting fucked up on the plane.
As soon as they close the door to the aircraft, that's when they begin the safety lecture. I love the safety lecture. This is my favorite part of the airplane ride. I listen very carefully to the safety lecture, especially that part where they teach us how to use the seat belts.
Yeah, like we're a bunch of dumbasses,
Here we are,
right?
A plane full of grown human beings, many of us partially educated, and they're actually taking time out to describe the intricate workings of a belt buckle. Place the small metal flap into the buckle. Well, I asked for clarification at that point.
Where does it go?
Over here, please. Over here. Yes, thank you very much. Did I hear you correctly? Did you say place the small metal flap into the buckle, or place the buckle over and around the small metal flap? I'm a simple man. I do not possess an engineering degree, nor am I mechanically inclined. Sorry to have taken up so much of your time. Please continue with the wonderful safety lecture. Seatbelt. High-tech shit.
Damn right. It's like we're a bunch of
Safety lecture
aliens.
continues. The next thing they do, they tell you to locate your nearest emergency exit. I do this immediately. I locate my nearest emergency exit, and then I plan my route.
How you gonna jump out when it's in the air, though?
Sometimes there's a really big fat fuck sitting right in front of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's in anywhere you go, right? There's always some of those around.
I look around for women and children, midgets and dwarfs, cripples, war widows, paralyzed veterans, people with broken legs, anybody who looks like they can't move too well. The emotionally disturbed come in very handy at a time like this. You might have to go out of your way to find these people, but you'll get out of the plane a lot goddamn quicker, believe me. I say, let's see. I'll go around the fat fuck, step on the widow's head, push those children out of the way, knock down the paralyzed midget, and get out of the plane where I can help others.
Where you can help them? You just fucked over everybody on your way out, right?
I can be of no help to anyone if I'm lying unconscious in the aisle with some big cocksucker standing on my head. Let's get out of the plane, go to a nearby farmhouse, have a Dr. Pepper, and call the police.
A Dr. Pepper? On the Dr. Pepper.
The
I don't like Dr.
lecture
Pepper.
continues. In the unlikely event, this is a very suspect phrase, especially coming as it does from an industry that is willing to lie about arrival and departure times. In the unlikely event of a sudden change in cabin pressure, roof flies off.
Oh, fuck that. Everyone's dead, right?
An oxygen mask will drop down in front of you. Place the mask over your face and breathe normally.
So just put the mask on, right?
I always breathe normally when I'm in a 600-mile-an-hour uncontrolled vertical dive.
I don't think you would breathe normally at that point.
Right in my pants!
Everybody be shitting. About to die, man.
They tell you to adjust your oxygen mask before helping your child with his. I did not need to be told that. In fact, I'm probably going to be too busy screaming to help him at all. This will be a good time for him to learn self-reliance.
Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself.
His program is fucking VCR. He can goddamn jolly well learn to adjust an oxygen mask.
Yeah, you could probably figure it out.
Just a little rubber band in the back is all it is. Not nearly as complicated as, say, for instance, a seatbelt. The safety lecture continues. In the unlikely event of a water landing.
A water landing?
Well, what exactly is a water landing?
You're gonna land in the ocean.
Or does this sound somewhat similar to crashing into the ocean?
I think that's what it is. That has happened. It was on the news a few years ago, right?
Device. Well, imagine that. My seat cushion. Just what I need to float around the North Atlantic for several days. Clinging to a pillow full of beer farts.
Yeah, you're gonna be full-on castaway. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to hear his perspective on, I guess airplanes specifically, but I mean, like, there's plenty of situations where you, like, hear shit like that. Like, go to an amusement park, and they kind of do the same thing when, like, setting up roller coasters and, you know, all of that kind of thing. Or it kind of reminds me of, like, training videos that you watch when you're, like, about to start a new job or something. Like, you just sit there for hours watching people explain this straightforward, like, bullshit. Or just, like, stuff that is just, like, common sense. When I started working at Walmart, dude, I literally worked a full shift of just watching nothing but these videos that are just, like, dull as hell, explaining common sense situations. And, like, I mean, you get paid for it, but, like, still, it's so boring. But yeah, he also points out a lot of things that are kind of redundant in our language, which is kind of funny because you don't, like, really think about it that way a lot of the times, which is, one of the good things about, like, George Carlin. I feel like that's one of the tactics that he does a lot in his stand-up. Like, he often points out a lot of, like, really, like, common things that are really redundant and stupid, which is, like, one of the things that makes him, like, so funny. Like I love that kind of comedy. It's just, like, you're kind of being a smartass, like, all the time. But, yeah, we're gonna call it here for this one. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. And if you have anything to recommend for me to watch, react to, check out on the internet, anything like that, leave all that down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.